Entrepreneurship is living a few years of life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. A very good morning to all. On the behalf of City University and School of Management Studies, I heartily welcome you all to the Entrepreneurship Awareness Program 2022, organized by City University in association with Startup Punjab. Many people think long and had desires to start their own business before they actually take the leap and become an entrepreneur. The journey of becoming a successful entrepreneur is never a cakewalk. It takes a lot to start your own business and even more to turn it into a successful one. Highs and lows are part of the entrepreneurial journey, and no matter how much you try, you can never completely eliminate these low points. But with proper guidance, you can definitely turn these failures into experience and can achieve success as an entrepreneur. To help all the budding entrepreneurs present here in doing so, we have an amazing panel with us today. So firstly, I would like to welcome Mr. Atipriya Sir, Director, Planning and Development, Head Entrepreneurship Development Cell and CRC at City University, to start the 2 days entrepreneurship program with the topic Introduction to Entrepreneurship and Innovation, its importance and how government can assist policy and state initiatives. Sir has progressive experience in managing and leading various aspects of management, spanning across high-paced business domains. His expertise include transformational change management. Sir has extensively worked in all the facets of management with specialization in the fields of leadership, development, organizational behavior, culture building, and employee management. Thank you so much. Please give him a big hand, everyone.
Hi, good morning everyone. How are you all doing? Okay, so which all sections we have today with us? Do we have students from graduates? Do we have graduate students over here? Can you please raise hands? Who all are graduate students? Okay, students from post graduations? All right, and the other students you are from? I'm sorry? You are from which course? You are from which course? Okay. Do you know that for which reason we are gathered today over here? Anyone? You are comfortable in English, right? All right. Because we have some international students also over here. We are gathered today for the entrepreneurship awareness session. Now this session today is organized by Startup Punjab. Do you know what Startup Punjab is? Do you know what Startup Punjab is? Come on, let's make it this interactive. See, this is not your regular lecture, although your faculties are sitting over here, but this is not a regular lecture. You can interact with me, number one. Number two, if you feel that means you're not understanding something, just let me know. We'll make all the arrangements. We'll means make all the process to make you understand certain things. And number three, if you feel that means you are getting bored, you can let us know, because we are having many fun related activities today with you. Second thing, the most important part, the session is going to be a bit long, so please bear with us for that. But at the end of the day, at the end of the session, you are going to get some refreshments also, right? So I think that's going to be a motivating factor for you to sit down and listen to some of the things or some of the technicalities that we'll be seeing. Okay, so let's try it again. Do you know what Startup Punjab is? Okay. Do you know what an entrepreneur is? Okay, anyone who is an entrepreneur? Anyone? Be it correct, be it right. English, Hindi, Punjabi, whichever language you are comfortable in. Yes, please.
Entrepreneur is the person who starts his own business.
Okay. So there was a term business. Anyone else who is an entrepreneur?
The person having some rare idea, different idea, and then starts the business with his own.
All right. Anyone else? Now see, over here, means we talked about two terms. One was business, and the second one was idea. Now there is a very thin line between an entrepreneur and a businessman. A businessman, although yes, he has an idea, but he cannot be an entrepreneur. And why he cannot be an entrepreneur? Because anyone? See, whatever, when any businessman, he always tries to look for the profits. Whereas an entrepreneur, he always, means thinks of building something innovative and bringing some change in the society. He's actually trying to bring some solutions to the society. And means today in this session, what we are going to do, we are going to learn about the entrepreneurs, about, means how, what are the traits which an entrepreneur should have in order to succeed in life. Then how government is supporting the entrepreneurs. I talked about Startup Punjab. I talked about, I'll be talking about DPIIT also. We'll be discussing about various schemes which government is doing as well as your own university is doing for you to, means be a successful entrepreneur. And then we'll be having certain activities also. So, before we actually begin, these are going to be some of the learning outcomes for you. We'll be understanding about the entrepreneurship. We'll be discussing about the ecosystem in India. We'll be understanding what innovation is and what is the support system available for the startups. Now, before means we actually begin with this, I'm not sure that how many of you have seen this video or not, but means whenever I take the session on entrepreneurship, I usually start with this particular video. So let's look into it, that what exactly an entrepreneurship means. और कर दो.
Traveling the world with a few best friends. Play Facebook games and the money's passive. He's the grandmaster, bringing our traffic. Snapchat bids with no more chat kids. In the audience, we just want success. And we don't care about the obstacles. And the haters that keep saying it's impossible.
Volume की
All
problem.
they know is that we got the dough. Live our lifestyle, we love the game. And we don't care about the obstacles. And the haters that keep saying it's impossible. All they know is that we got the flow. Level up our lifestyle and we love the game.
What's up, man? No stress.
Kind of hard to pay bills when your bank account's negative by $200.
Have you tried getting a loan?
Yeah, right. When's the last time you heard somebody getting a loan when you have 485 credit score?
I think I know someone who can get us out of this mess. I think you should give him a call.
Success leads schools. Knowledge is the key, so equipped with the right tools.
क्या चाह?
Focus on your intentions. Reality make sure that you're following your passion. Rise in the mind, take passive action. Stay true to the game daily with persistence. Follow your game plan, stay consistent. When you feel a little bit of fear, coming from the voice of inside your ears, telling you the struggles of your past years. Stay focused on your purpose and why you're here. When you feel a little bit of fear, coming from the voice of inside your ears, telling you the struggles of your past years. Stay focused on your purpose and why you're here.
Okay, tell me something from this video. Do you feel that life of an entrepreneur is like this? Okay, some of you said yes. Anyone else? Do you actually feel that the entrepreneur, means he lives the life as it was shown in this video? That's true. The entrepreneurs, means they do live this life. But those are the entrepreneurs who actually grind themselves. Means for you, in order to live that kind of a life, you need to actually, means work hard. And during the video, you saw that there was a clip in which the entrepreneur himself, means he was looking out for some mentor. he was looking out for some light, or he was looking out for some guidance through which he could be actually given the directions on how he could be a successful entrepreneur. So in order to be means a successful entrepreneur, you need to first understand who an entrepreneur is. So you see, an entrepreneur is someone, like it's written over here, who establishes his own business or industrial undertaking with a view to making profit. Now tell me something, is this definition correct or not? Some of the students back there, means you said that yes, an entrepreneur is a businessman, and my friend sitting over here, he said that an entrepreneur is someone who has an idea to make something, right? Now when you combine both these words together, and the person who strives to work towards the solution, he becomes an entrepreneur. Now see, there are certain traits for you to be an entrepreneur. Now these traits, if you will see, you need to be creative, you need to be self-motivated, you need to be optimistic, future-oriented, flexible and adventurous. Now these traits, they are not, means sometimes we get this, means backlashes from the students or from the entrepreneurs, from the budding entrepreneurs, that sir, I'm not ambitious enough to achieve that target, or means by birth I'm not that much motivated. So these are the traits that you can build on your own with the due course of trainings and by upskilling yourself. It's not required to have these traits by birth. You can build it by upgrading yourselves. And how can you do that? See, I'll just request the IT team to please level up the volume so that the students can hear that what they are going to say. Now see, in order to be means capable enough to understand that how you can develop the traits within yourself to be an entrepreneur and to have some deeper understanding about the entrepreneurship ecosystem, let's have a look at this.
I'll continue this. It is not for the faint and heart. It is only for the brave, the courageous, the calculated. Entrepreneurship is reserved for the resilient. Don't even step on the playing field if you have not counted up the cost of entrepreneurship. So there are two sides to the coin of entrepreneurship. There's heads and there's tails. And most people fail to see tails. They see heads, the face of it. They live on the surface. The lights, the cameras, the action, the yachts, the fame. But they don't see the blood, the sweat, the tears. Anybody that is willing to make the sacrifices. They stay up late, they work longer, they are more focused, pay the price, and get the job done, and finish what they started. Those going to be an entrepreneur, and going to need to lead.
The world needs more creative, resilient, passionate, committed, focused, disruptive entrepreneurs. The last thing we need is somebody to come along with another good idea that they will have the passion, the perseverance, and the grit to get the job done. You don't need another person that's going to start something and quit in 6 months. Don't tell me you want to step into a room and dominate if you don't have passion. Don't tell me that you want to be a disruptive entrepreneur and you want to step into a room with a new idea and challenge and change the status quo and you don't have passion. Right now you may be in pain. Right now you may be hurting. But if you have vision, you are able to see past the pain and look into the eyes of the future. You are going to have to accept the fact that you will lose money. You will not win every day, but you will never lose Because when you don't win, you will learn. See, everybody want to talk about the good idea, the cute branding, the banners, the likes, and the shares. But I'm going to tell you one thing you are going to need, and you are going to win in the game of entrepreneurship. And that is grit. Inside of grit is passion, perseverance, character, courage, the ability to perform under pressure, resilience, consistency, perseverance, loyalty, creativity, courage, effort, patience, time management, optimism, the ability to take responsibility, not to buckle under the spotlight. Man, we need more resilient, passionate, committed, fearless entrepreneurs. We need more ideas that will challenge the status quo. If you want to show up and play and be a disruptive entrepreneur, you got to bring everything you have into the store.
So what does it mean? You see, an entrepreneur, he is always trying to bring up this solution to the society. And okay, tell me something. Do you guys use Uber? Okay. Before Uber, was it easy for you to book a cab and commute anywhere? Do you guys use Zomato or Swiggy? What does Zomato and Swiggy does for you? It helps you order food, right? Whenever you crave for something, you can just pull up your phone out, go to the Zomato app or Swiggy app and place the order and the food gets delivered to your doorstep. Now, it's before that, there was this, it's gray area out in the market whereby the people, they were not given this much facility to get foods right delivered to their home. They were not having that facility to commute. And what did the founders of Zomato and Uber saw? They saw this as the challenge. They saw this as the problem. And for that problem, they got the solution for it. And today, the Zomato and Uber, Swiggy, they are $1 billion, valued companies. Is it right or not? Right? Okay, tell me something. Who's the founder of Airtel? Who's the founder of Airtel? Exactly. Did he revolutionize the telecom sector? Do you know his story? He was the one who introduced those telephones, Beetle telephones. Then he rolled out, the 3G, 4G services. Right now, although the Jio was there, who rolled out the 4G services and he disrupted the entire market. But prior to that, Airtel was the one who revolutionized the telecom sector. And what did he do? They saw the opportunity over there. They saw the problem over there. And that's why, their entrepreneurship venture, they succeeded. You take any company, be it Apple, be it Samsung, be it any other, brand. What they are trying to do, they are bringing out the solutions. Now, when we talk about the Apple, do you feel that Apple today, right now, is the most innovative company? Do you feel like that? How many of you agree with me on that? That Apple today is still the most innovative company. Is Apple bringing out the innovations? Or is it just rolling out the features or what do you call that? The services which other counterparts are offering. Which is the most innovative company in mobile these days? I heard Samsung somewhere from the crowd. Right? Do you feel that Samsung is the innovative? Which is bringing out the foldable screens out in the market? Which is bringing out, the more innovative mobile handsets into the market? There was a time when Apple used to be the, at the pinnacle of the innovation. And that's why, they gained the trust. But these days, they are not being that much innovative. So, entrepreneurship and innovation, they are very much correlated. In order for an entrepreneur to be, to survive out in the market, he needs to innovate himself. Do you guys know about Nokia brand? Do you know that how did Nokia perish? You don't know about this? Okay. What happened, during the early 80s and 90s, that time, Nokia used to have the most innovative handsets out in the market. Even now also when you go down and Google down the phones, Nokia phones, the kind of headsets that they used to have, that 6600 phone, they used to have a phone which could even turn into a PlayStation handset. That phone was known as the Engage. They used to have a phone which could turn into a Walkman. You could store thousands of songs in just that one particular phone. So Nokia used to be that innovative, but time changed. Industrial revolution came, and after that, that's the era of touch. Those button phones, they started to wipe out, and touch screen phones started entering into the market. But Nokia did not cope up with the innovation. They had this vision that we'll still continue rolling out the products out in the market which we are currently manufacturing, and the customers are going to love it. But ultimately what happened? The customers' demand changed. The customers demanded innovation. The customers wanted something new out in the market, which other big companies like Motorola, Samsung, they captured, which iPhone captured. And ultimately Nokia was thrown out of the market. And today, Nokia still tried to come back in the market with their touch screen phones. But is anyone buying Nokia these days? No one is buying Nokia these days. Similarly, BlackBerry was there. Have you heard about BlackBerry smartphones? Now BlackBerry was the phone which used to have that USB within themselves, that through BlackBerry phones you could send encrypted emails to anyone. And because of that feature, every corporate house, be it IBM, be it HP, be it any corporate house, they used to have BlackBerry as their mandate smartphones for their executives. Companies used to even sponsor those phones for their employees. But what happened after that? They also did not adapt to the innovation, and because of which today BlackBerry also is out of the market. The recent example of Xiaomi. There was a time when Xiaomi was all around, but is it around these days? No, because they are not innovating. But what is Samsung doing? Every their conclave, their annual conference which they announce, they keep on announcing some new innovations, which is building up the excitement level, and which is actually catering to the demand of the customer these days. Today the customer, the young Gen Z, you demand simplicity at the palm of your hand. You want convenience at the palm of your hand, and this is what companies like Samsung and Apple now they are trying to shift their gears towards them. So in India also, now all these things, they are regulated by some authorities, they are regulated by some body. In India, this is the ministry, which is Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, which is DPIIT. Now this ministry was set up by Government of India to actually create the startup ecosystem in the country. Now you must have seen that over the last 3-4 years there is a tsunami of startups everywhere. You might be seeing every other second day some startup event is happening. Every other second day a new startup is becoming a unicorn. Investors are actually funding into these startups. Now all these things are regulated by DPIIT, and DPIIT has clearly defined what startup is. Now I focus on one word over here. See, according to DPIIT, they say that startup is an entity which is incorporated or registered in India. Easy with that. They say that the startup's annual turnover should not exceed 25 crores. Easy. But this is the third line, which separates the startup from other business, which is that the startup works toward innovation, development or improvement of products or process or services. Now this line is something which differentiates startups from other businesses. If you are running a business but that business is not innovative, you cannot term your business as a startup, and you cannot reap out the benefits which government gives to the startups these days. Do you know that why there is a horde, or there is a race that every other second person is trying to build up his own entrepreneurial venture? Why? Because government is giving so much subsidies, government is giving tax exemptions to you, because of which you can ultimately try to build up your product and monetize at the later stage. So that is why the government has defined few of the life cycles of the startup. Now, do you know means what is the life cycle of a human being? Anyone? Life cycle of a human being? Anyone? Life cycle of human being. You all are humans, right? Are you all humans? So what is the life cycle of a human? You take birth. After birth, what happens? You enter, you grow big, right? You become a teenager. Then you become an adult. And then ultimately what happens? You become senior citizen and you die. That's the hard truth. That's the reality. And you know, that's the life cycle of a human being. Similarly, what is a startup? Is startup an artificial person? Is startup an artificial person? Okay. Is company an artificial person? And where is this artificial person defined? Companies Act. Companies Act. What's the Companies Act? Okay, let's go forget the latest amendment. When was the Companies Act announced? Which is the latest Companies Act we are reading these days? 2013. And in 2013's Companies Act, which is the section which defines all those things? Which is the section which gives the definition of all those things? In any act? Second. Who said second? Yes. You know, means you pick up any act, be it Companies Act, Income Tax Act, Forex Act, any act. Section second is the, you know, means section which usually have all the definitions which the act, you know, means takes up in the further clauses. So similarly, every if you know, means a normal living person is having a life cycle, every artificial person is also having a life cycle. Did you guys study PLC? Have you studied product life cycle? Now, what comes in product life cycle? There comes a stage when, you know, means it starts from the beginning, when the traction is there, goes up to the growth stage and then it diminishes, right? Similarly, startup is also having its lifestyle. So, you know, the first cycle of the startup is ideation. Now, how do you actually start a startup? You start a startup by bringing an idea into it. An idea is what, you know, means instigates or motivates you to build up a startup. So once you have it, we'll, you know, means go through the other steps also in the coming slide. So the first stage of the startup is idea. Now it doesn't matter whether, you know, means you have a prototype with you or not, whether you have funds with you or not, but if you have an idea which you feel that it's going to revolutionize the market out there, that means that you are presently in the ideation stage, right? After the ideation comes the validation. Now, okay, you have an idea with you, but for that idea to actually work out in the market, you need that idea to be validated, right? So after getting the validated, you actually try to bring the customers to you. That is known as the traction stage. And once you get the traction stage, you know, your product gets accepted out in the market, you are scaling up, then you enter into the growth stage. Now there is a little difference in this, you know, its life cycle when it comes to the startup. When you enter the traction stage, after that you get an opportunity to either continue growing to the growth stage, or you can make an exit also out of that stage, right? By making an IPO, or by making, or you know, means by selling your company to the other investors around. You know what IPO is? Exactly. So see, what happens, I'm sorry. Okay. So you know, over the last 5 to 6 years, the startup ecosystem in India has seen a dramatic change. You know, the number of investors have increased 9 times, the total funding of startups have increased, and you know, the number of incubators have increased. Now what does an incubator means, or how that, you know, means what are the stages of fundings involved in an entrepreneurship journey? We'll see that in the later stage. But you know, this is the common flow chart, or you know, means the step-by-step guidance through which you can actually start a startup. So what was the first stage of the startup? Ideation, right? Now see, for the ideation you need to actually live into the future. You need to understand what is missing. What did Uber and Zomato do? They saw that what was missing out in the ecosystem. That's why they built that app, which solves the purposes, right? So you need to actually see that what is actually missing. And you can see this in your daily life also. When you are moving around, whenever you're talking with someone, when you're brainstorming something, through that only you could understand that, okay, this was actually missing out. I'll give you an example. Although it was not, approved by the government of Delhi, there were few of the, individuals in Delhi, and it was a hot summer day. They were sitting down in their room, and they said that I'm not promoting any beverages or any alcoholic beverages, right? Before I tell you this story. So they were sitting down over there, and they decided that let's have some beer around. Let's have some alcohol in the room. But what happened? The sun was very high, and they said that we don't want to go out in this scorching heat. Why could not there be an app which can actually deliver these alcohol or beers to the home? They got the idea, right? They started working on it. They actually developed the app also. But the moment they rolled out in the market, they were nabbed by the police officials and they were thrown out in the jail. Why? Now, you need to understand this thing. See, they saw that, okay, this is missing. There is not an app which lets you order beer or alcohol down to your home. They saw the opportunity, they got the idea. But before rolling it out, did they, get it validated? Did they, get it criticized from the market? Did they actually took the feedback? Did they saw the rules and regulations involved in it? No, they did not. And because of which they were penalized. So it does not mean that if you have an idea, you simply, push the trigger and launch the gun from your hand. You need to actually get your product validated from the market. You need to actually get criticism. Okay, talking about the criticism, have you seen, how many of you actually like to play games? Very few hands. Do you know about the character Sonic? Do you know Sonic the Hedgehog? Very few, yes. Okay. Did you see the latest trailers of Adipurush? You saw that, right? Was it well received by the audience? No. What did the directors do after getting the criticism? They are now, pushing the release date forward, and they are working on that title. Why did I take the example of Sonic? Because if you would have known about it, now Sonic was a character which was loved by every 90s kid. They rolled out the movie trailer, but they were heavily criticized about the design and look of the character. What did the makers do? They pushed the release date a year ahead. They took the criticism in a positive way. They revamped the character, they redesigned the character, they worked on the animations again. They released the movie a year later, and then the Sonic was the highest grossing movie of the Sega that time. So you need to be very positive when someone is criticizing you. And that does not apply only to the startups, that applies to the life also. If you have been criticized on something, try to upgrade yourself. Try to listen to what your critics are saying. Your critics are the best motivators which can help you upskill yourself. So you need to be very optimistic for that. Okay. So what happens, once you write down the idea, you make a prototype, you show that prototype to people, get criticisms, then you actually find a co-founder, register your company, start to looking out for the funding, roll out the product, and then ultimately you succeed. So this is basically this the timeline of the startup. So I've already told you, and I've discussed about the USP also, that why USP is important. Now you see, okay, tell me something. Is Ola and Uber offering the same services? Is Ola and Uber offering the same services? But is the user experience same? No. Which apps, okay, how many of you prefer Uber? Just raise your hands. How many of you prefer Uber? And how many of you prefer Ola? Okay. The ones who prefer Uber, why they are not preferring Ola? Because of the user experience. And the ones who are using Ola, why they are not using Uber? Because of the user experience. You know, both the companies, they have their own USPs. Now if you ask me personally, there was a time when, you know, I used to rely heavily on Ola. I'm not criticizing anyone over here, but I'm telling it from my own personal experience. Now what used to happen, whenever I used to book a ride from Ola, the driver was having that option with him and he used to cancel the rides every time. You know, he used to call, sir, aapne kahan jana hai? Where do you want to go? When I used to tell him that I need to go over here, sir, sorry, I cannot go over there, I'm cancelling the ride. And you know, means there were many times that I was stranded down on empty loans. But when it comes to the Uber driver, they used not, means now they are asking obviously, but previously they were not asking that, sir, where do you want to go? They simply used to arrive at your location, pick you up, then the location used to come down to their mobile that yes, this customer wants to be dropped off at this location. That's what, you know, means inclined me more towards Uber. So that was the USP of the company, of the Uber company, that, you know, means attracted me. So similarly, if you are trying to build up a startup, you need to actually, you know, means work out on your USP so that it attracts you more customers. And you know, means once you got that, you, like I've already mentioned you, that you need to get it tested and you need to develop a prototype. But you know, now what happens, me and Harmeet sir over here, you know, means we are attached with Niti Aayog also. Do you know what Niti Aayog is? So Niti Aayog is an initiative by Government of India in order to, you know, means mentor the startups. So we both are the mentors with Government of India also. So what happens, you know, sometimes we get mentees on board with us, whereby they say that, sir, we have an idea with us, but we don't want to discuss it, or we don't want to disclose it. Why? Because we have this fear that what will happen if I share my idea with someone and that other person will steal that idea and implement it. And I am pretty much sure that you guys also must be having this thought in your mind. But let me tell you something, there was a survey that if you are thinking of one idea right now, there are 7 other people in the world who are thinking the same idea which you are thinking right now. You know, the only difference, Ola and Uber, they both are offering the, you know, means car rental services. Swiggy and Zomato, they both are offering the food delivery services. The idea is same, but the execution is different. So you need to execute, and you need to be fast executioner. In order to, you know, means achieve the niche in the market, you need to be fast executioner. So it all depends on how fast you are adapting to it. You know, that's why these startups, the entrepreneurs, they grind themselves. You know, means they go through sleepless nights, they work day and night in order to make, you know, means that dream a reality. The video which I show, which you saw before the previous slides, the kind of life that an entrepreneur was living, that's a reality. Many of my friends, they are actually living it. But you know, means for that, they have grinded themselves rigorously. There are many entrepreneurs in this university also, you know, means who are working day and night on certain projects, which Harmeet sir will be discussing about later on, you know, means in his session. And you know, means they work day and night to make this prototype, to make a product actually work out in the market. So you know, means you need to be passionate about it. And once you are passionate about it, you need to actually focus on developing teams. Now, as per the government survey, you know, 30% of the startups, they fail only because of this one reason, teams. If you are not having a particular team with you, if you are not having, you know, means well motivated team members with you, you are not going to survive. So you need to, you know, means focus on how you can develop a team. You know, my guide is and sitting over here, right? My entire 3.5 years have been devoted to this one topic only. You can understand the depth of it. You can understand the importance of it. So it's very, very important for you to understand how to develop a particular team. And once you have, you know, means done that, I've already told you about the traction stage. You enter into the pitch deck. Now, what is a pitch deck? Does anyone know what a pitch deck is? Do you know what a business presentation is? A business plan presentation? Right? That is a pitch deck only. The only difference is that pitch deck has certain different rules as compared to the business presentation, as compared to the business plan presentation, but overall the motto, the crux is same. Now, means we were talking about the funding part. Okay. Tell me something. If you want to start a venture on your own, what would you be needing the most? Funds. From where you will procure the funds? Okay. Angel investors? Bank? If you are not having these options with you at the initial stage, from where will you get the funding? Government, okay. Incubators don't fund you, sorry. Okay. You'll get it from your family and friends. You'll use your own savings also. Right? In order to actually kickstart something, what will you do? You'll first utilize your own money that you have. Right? Now utilizing or taking the money from your friends, from your family, from your saving, that is known as the first stage of funding, which is known as bootstrapping. Now if you say that my startup is bootstrapped, that means that you have invested your own money into it. You have taken the money from your friends and family. Now these jargons which I am telling you, these are the jargons which startup, means community uses in regular days. So bootstrapping simply means that you are actually taking the money from your own pocket or from the family or from your friends. So that comes into the pre-seed stage. I am sorry the text is a bit low on this side, but I'll read it out for you. Then comes the seed stage. Now my friend over there said about the incubators. We'll discuss what an incubator is in the later slide. But in seed stage, if your startup, okay, do you know that City University has an incubator over here? What's the name of that incubator? Ecosystem. No. It's TBI, City Business Foundation Technology Business Incubator. I'll tell you what TBI does for you, right? So then the stage comes seed stage, then comes series A, series B, C, D, E, and then the exit stage. So there are total 5 stages of funding. And you must have seen or read in the newspapers that this and this startup got series A funding, this and this startup got series C funding or series D funding. So those are the stages of funding which a startup can get. Let's skip on this thing. Now we were talking about the innovation and means about the startups also. But what exactly an innovation means? Anyone? Do you know what an innovation means? Okay, let's hear it out from the lady over here.
Innovation. What is it? How do you do it? Innovation is all about coming up with new ideas or improving old ones. We can think about innovation as a process to create these ideas and test them. From scientists to designers, artists to engineers, anyone can innovate to solve problems. This process starts off with a need or a challenge. What is a problem that you might like to solve? Have a think about all the different ways to solve this problem. What already exists? What materials can you use? Think about some inspiration from the world around you, or even ask some friends to help you come up with some ideas. Then make a prototype. A prototype is like a draft. It doesn't have to be perfect, or work properly, or even use the same materials as the final product. Often, you'll make lots and lots of prototypes before your final design. In order to figure out whether it does what you want it to do, you need to test it. This is often the part where you learn the most about your idea. Is your prototype doing what you want it to do? Can you improve it? What changes would you like to make? After testing your prototype, figure out what you want to change and refine it. Did it fail completely? Great! Use this failure as feedback to help improve it. You can change something big or small, or even go back to the drawing board and start from the beginning. Innovation is nothing new. Everyone has done it at some point in their lives, whether it's making a new invention, coming up with a new dance routine, or even writing a story. Have a look around you. Are there any problems or challenges that you'd like to solve? Next time you have a problem, have a go using this process. Have a go thinking, making, trying, and refining. You never know what you could come up with.
So what is exactly an innovation? Anyone from the audience? You just saw the video about it. What is exactly an innovation? Anyone? Okay, someone is saying to create something new. Okay. Any other one? Anyone? Okay, your faculty is gonna answer something.
It's not like invention. Already वो चीज़ कोई कर चुका है, लेकिन उसमें आप कुछ नया लेके आ रहे हो.
Exactly. Means it's all about bringing a change. Now that change can either be in a process, it can either be in a service. The only thing is that you need to work towards that change, learn from the failures, and then actually build an innovative product or service. So, in order to be an innovative, you need to develop a new product delivered in a new way with a new message. Now, let's skip this. Tell me something. How many of you know about metaverse? How many of you? Raise your hands. Okay, only few people know. Okay. What's the latest name of Facebook these days? Meta. Why did Facebook change its name from Facebook to Meta? They wanted to be innovative. You know why? Means what this metaverse is going to do. Have you seen the glimpse of metaverse? Okay. Yes, someone was saying virtual reality. Who was saying that? Yes. Have you heard about this term, virtual reality? Let me give you a walkthrough of it.
Imagine you put on your glasses or headset and you're instantly in your home space.
Have you seen this video?
Physical home recreated virtually. It has things that are only possible virtually, and it has an incredibly inspiring view of whatever you find most beautiful.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah, just gotta find something to wear.
Now you see all these things which Mark is going to show you over here.
Perfect.
This is going to be the future.
Hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on? Whoa, we're floating in space? Who made this place? It's awesome.
Right? It's from the creator. I'm in LA.
This place is amazing.
Wow, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Whoa.
I knew you were bluffing.
Hey, wait. There is Naomi.
Let's call her. Hey, should we deal you in?
Sorry, I'm running late, but you gotta keep on checking out. There's this artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
3D street art. That's cool.
Send that link over so we can all look at it.
It's awesome.
I love the movement.
Wait, it's disappearing.
Hold on, I'll check the artist and they'll extend it.
If you guys like it here, I have another room here to love. Check out this forest room.
Let's see.
We finished the fly. That's me.
This is wild. Hey, one sec, pause. It's Priscilla.
Hey, you have to see this. Beast is going crazy.
Oh, I love that guy. You've got to show that to the kid. Can you also send that to my dad?
I'll message him.
Alright, see you at home. This place is great, Paz, but there's something I gotta get back to. Alright, so
this is going to be the future, and there are companies who are actually working on it rigorously, and entrepreneurs and startups, they have a bundle of opportunities in front of them through which they can actually penetrate. Have you heard about cryptocurrencies, NFTs? Right? Now what are these? On which technology these are based on? Have you heard about blockchain? Do you know the concept behind blockchain? What is blockchain? Okay. Tell me something. Do you guys use Google Chrome or any other searching engine? right? Now I'll tell you a backstory about it. There was a time when you could only and only browse the contents of the web. That was in Web 1.0. Then the Web 1.0 was revolutionized. Then came Web 2.0, which we are using right now. In Web 2.0, you could actually, means put the content out on the internet also. But you don't own that. You don't have, means the control over that content. What is happening? You guys actually upload the content on some social media sites, like let's say Facebook, WhatsApp or anything, and you must be having, means that concern in your mind that my data would be leaked. These technologies which are coming these days now, Harmeet sir is the right person, means to guide you more about the technologies. But let me ask you something. Do you guys use Siri or Amazon Alexa? What happens on that? The moment you say, hey Siri, it automatically responds. Does that mean that your phone is always listening to you? All the talk that you're doing, all the means things that you're browsing. If you search, let's say, I'm pretty much sure that you must have experienced it. If you search for any shoe on your Google Chrome browser, other sites or any site that you visit, they keep on, means giving you suggestions of shoes. If you browse anything on any particular website, you keep on getting the solutions. What is this all about? They're tracking you. They're taking your data. Now, in order to safeguard this thing, Web 3.0 came. And Web 3.0 is going to revolutionize this metaverse. This is where the blockchain concept came, whereby you could actually have the control over your own data. And this is where NFT came into the picture. Now people are actually, trading in NFTs. They are actually purchasing the stocks via NFT modes and they are making billions out of it. Do you know, there was a concert which Justin Bieber did in Meta, right? And there was a marriage which happened in Metaverse. The bride and groom, they created the avatar of themselves and they got married virtually. So the future is changing, and if you're not adapting to yourself, means you're not going to survive for long. Now companies like H&M, Walmart, they are trying to change the way you shop. They are going to revolutionize your shopping experience. How many of you know that Amazon is actually testing delivering the products with the help of drones? Now, means the time is going to come when you place the order and the drones are going to deliver the products to your doorstep. And, just to give a glimpse of the future, Walmart has come up with a video through which, you could actually see that how your shopping experience is going to be. Let's have a look at it. So you're just sitting at your home and in your car, and with the help of virtual reality, with the help of AR, you're making the shopping done.
Hi, thanks for visiting Walmart. I will be your shopping assistant module today, but you can call me Sam for short. Okay, let's get started. I have your shopping list loaded up, and I'm tracking your oil change so I can let you know as soon as it's done. You see the tomato sauce on your left? Go ahead and grab that and then place it in your cart. Great. Looks like you need a good wine pairing. Take a look to your right. Your age has already been pre-verified through your profile, so no need to wait for an ID check. Just place the item in your cart whenever you're ready. I'm getting a notification from your connected smartphone. It looks like you already have a full gallon of milk at home. Should we put this one back? oil change is done. Your vehicle will be ready at the Tire and Live Express. I've added the service charge to the front page. Now for the fun stuff. To electronics. You definitely saved the best for last. This TV has great reviews on Walmart.com. Add it to your cart, and I'll have it brought to the front for you. Need any accessories? Here are some options on Jet.com. Looks like that's everything on your list. Are you ready to check out with Walmart Pay? I'll have the TV brought out to your car. Thanks for shopping at Walmart. Have a great day.
So you see, this is how your future shopping experience is going to be. And means this technology, this innovation holds lots and lots of opportunities for you. And in order to be, means staying right up ahead of the curve, what you need to do? You need to actually learn to systematic innovation. You need to develop, be innovative, be resilient at each and every stage. And when we talk about the innovation, I'm pretty much sure, means you must have heard about it or seen this in one of the session. But I'm going to, means reiterate, and I'm going to replay this video once again over here. Why? Because, sometimes we feel that for being innovative, we need lots and lots of resources, or we need lots and lots of mentoring. But this young guy named Anna Durai, have you heard about him? How many of you have heard about him? Some of you must have seen it in the session by Mandeep sir, right? Some of you, those who have not seen it, I am going to show it once again to you. Why? Because this guy, he took the innovation to the next level. He innovated his one auto ride, and now people are actually means making advance bookings 2-3 months prior just to take the experience of ride in his auto. And now he's being invited by Harvard TED Talks, to actually help you guys understand. And since we have, management students sitting over here, so it becomes quite pertinent for you also to understand that how you can actually, turn down your business from zero to high level. So let's have a look at this. I'm pretty much sure that most of you have seen, but let's have it a view again.
Hi, my name is Anandre. I'm the auto rickshaw driver in Chennai. My auto inside is iPad Pro is available, laptop is there, and Samsung Galaxy Tab is there, and fridge inside is Aquafina water bottle, paper boat and tender bottle, and petrol box is here. There inside free foods and snacks. And AWS Deep Lens also available, and Amazon Echo Show, and Google Next Hub, and small TV, and Wi-Fi also available, and cycling mission, and customer relationship development contest is there, and token trade, magazine, newspaper. Why? Because my customers is my real heart. That is, I'm able to eat one from the money I earn through my customers. This is accidental job only, so I didn't really choose this job, but I tried to do currently available jobs. That is the reason currently I love it. So autofare is normal autofare, so government providing to the same autofare comparatively other auto drivers same price. That is the reason before this service I am waiting customers. Current scenario, customer waiting for me. That is the changes. The teachers also all-time free service in my auto inside. Teacher job is world #1 mobile service job.
So you need to means get inspired from such stories, and means in order to support you, government has come up with many means services. Now let me talk about the kind of services which government is providing to you. Now, if you need some legal assistance, if you need some financial assistance, you can always visit the government counters these days. Tell me something, in India, where are most of the startups registered? Bangalore, right? Why people move towards Bangalore? Because they have better IT sector, yes, they have better facilities, they have better resources. The government over there is providing, means lots and lots of support to the young entrepreneurs who are setting up their businesses ventures over there. But now, the Punjab government is also coming up with many innovative services for the young entrepreneurs. Startup Punjab, they have supported hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs these days. They have their own accelerator set up in IIM Punjab Mohali. They give the initial grants of 3 lakh rupees to the ideas which you serve over there. Now government has set up, means many incubators in the region. Mohali is going to be the next IT hub. Why? Because many big companies are coming over there. Government is investing huge lot of money in order to, means protect the people staying down. Okay, tell me something. Who is the founder, who is the current CEO of Google? Sorry? Who is the current founder of Google? Okay, do you know that he is an Indian? Okay. Who is the current? Okay, who is Rishi Sunak? Is he an Indian? Okay, Satya Nadella? Indian? Indra Nooyi? Indian? And these dignitaries, these delegates, they are the head of the giant companies which are ruling the world, right? But are they present in India? No. Why? Because of the brain drain. Because the government was not giving that much support to these brains. Government was not giving that much support to these, means talented people. And what happened? They moved to different countries, and they are, means running the big companies which are actually running the entire world's economy. In order to, means protect and make these brain drains stop, now government is coming up with many more incentives and many more schemes for you to support. They have set up many incubators. Now, what is an incubator? Have you seen an incubator? Have you seen any incubator around? Let me tell you, incubator is a small device which you usually see in hospitals, which helps the baby support, right? If a newborn is facing some difficulty in breathing, he is put on an incubator. He is put on some ventilator kind of a thing, which helps the baby breathe and which helps the baby live and survive. Similarly, for startups, we have built up incubators. University also has an incubator. Now, what these incubators do? These incubators actually give you the co-working space. These incubators actually give you the financial assistance. They give you the legal services free of cost, or they charge the minimum amount so that, means their maintenance could be done. Every incubator has different set of rules, but there are incubators which helps you down. After incubators have, okay, do you know what an accelerator means? In cars you have accelerators. What does an accelerator do? It speeds up, right? Similarly, for startups also, there are accelerators present, which helps you speed up your process. Like IIM Punjab accelerator is there. So these jargons, they are used, or means they are coined from day to day usage that we do, right? Now, like I just told you what incubator is all about, and I told you about the accelerators too. The third part which comes is mentor.
Want to go to the 30? I think you go to 50.
50. I can go to 50 if nobody's on my back.
I think you can go with Jeremy on your back, but even if you can, I want you to promise me you're going to do your best.
Alright.
Your best.
Okay.
You going to give me your best?
I'm gonna give you my best.
Alright, one more thing. I want you to do a blindfold.
Why?
Because I want you to get it up at a certain point and you can go further.
Jeremy, get on his back. Good time hold, Jeremy. Alright, let's go, Brock. Keep your knees off the ground, just your hands and feet. There you go. A little bit left. There you go. Show me good effort. That way, Brock. You keep coming. There you go. It's a good start. A little bit left. A little bit left. There you go, Brock. Good strength. That's it, Brock. That's it. Forget the 20. You give me your best. You keep going. That's it. No, don't stop, Brock. You got more to you than that.
Hey, just rest a second.
You gotta keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's go. Don't quit till you got nothing left. There you go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving. Your very best. Your very best. Your very best. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it.
Go, Brock. You're in the end zone. Brock, you are the most influential target on this team. If you walk around and feeling so all day, don't tell me you can't do any more than what I've been seeing. You just carried a 140-pound man across this whole field in your arms. Brock, I need you.
So what did you learn from this? You see, whenever you try to aspire something, whenever you try to achieve something, there will be critics around you. Like in that video, there were the team players, his friends, those who were sitting at the back, those who were bitching about it. The mentor was the one who actually believed in him. And what did the mentee do? He also, believed in him. And that's why whatever decisions, whatever directions the mentor was giving, he, continuously followed that. And ultimately he reached the end. In your classes also you have your lovely mentors with you. You have your class in charges with you, you have your faculties with you. Those are the real mentors, because why? You spend most of your time in this university. Right? These are the mentors who are actually going to shape down your future. So always and always trust the mentors, trust the process and believe in yourself. Then only you are going to achieve the success. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much. So if you want to stay connected, these are the credentials through which you could stay connected. Thank you.